To do probability problems, you often need to know the total number of possible outcomes. That's where counting principles come in. Keep watching. Welcome to Math Bytes. I'm Allison, and today we're talking about counting principles. When you do problems in probability, you need to know the total number of possible outcomes. Now, if your experiment is something simple like tossing a coin a few times, you can construct a list of the possible outcomes. But if your experiment is complicated or has a lot of possible outcomes, you can't always do that. That's when you need counting principles. Let's start with this. The fundamental counting rule says that if you have a sequence of two events, and the first event can occur m ways, and the second event can occur in n ways, then the two events can occur m times n ways. You got that? Let's do an example. Okay, let's take a look at an example that illustrates the fundamental counting rule. You want to create a 4-digit PIN. How many ways are there to do that? All right, so to create a PIN, you have the digits 0 through 9 to choose from. That's 10 digits. And you have 4 places to fill. So for your first place, you have 10 choices. For your second place, you have 10 choices. For your third place, you have 10 choices. And for your fourth place, you have 10 choices. So you multiply all of those together. That's what the fundamental counting rule says. And you have 10,000 possible ways to do that. Now, suppose you're going to create a 4-digit PIN, but the digits cannot repeat. How many ways are there to do that? Okay, again, you start off with 10 digits to choose from, and you have 4 places to fill. So in the first place, you have 10 choices. Now, how many choices do you have for the second place? Remember, your digits can't repeat. For the second place, you have 9 choices, then 8 choices, and then 7 choices. And you multiply those together, and you get 5,040 possible ways to do that. So you can see by just not allowing the digits to repeat, your choices are cut just about in half. To understand counting, it's important to understand the concept of factorials. So let's take a look at that. N factorial is written this way, n, with an exclamation point after it. And it's equal to n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3, and you just keep going until you get to 1. So 5 factorial is equal to 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 7 factorial is equal to 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And by definition, 0 factorial is equal to 1. Okay, let's take a look at an example. How many ways can 8 people line up? Okay, well, let's think about this. In the first position, you have 8 choices, 8 people to choose from. Then in the second position, you've already used up one of your people, you have 7. And then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the number of ways that 8 people can line up is equal to 8 factorial. 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 40,320 ways. You can see why you wouldn't want to make a chart of all those possibilities. There's more to counting, but it builds on the fundamentals we've looked at here today. So make sure you understand these, and then you can go on to learning all the other things there are about counting. That's it for this episode of Math Bytes. If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel. And if there's something you would like to ask us, just send us an email. We're at contactmathbytes@gmail.com, and we'll see you next time.